at UBS?
I really loved the infrastructure when I entered. So as I entered, the impression was large and very refreshing. It's unlike all the management institutes so far I have visited. When I came and met your director, again a personality, again somebody to know and interact with was a great pleasure. And after that, to top it up, the best of all were the students. They were interactive, they were intelligent, they knew why they were sitting over here, they asked relevant questions, they contributed to the whole session very much constructively, and this is what corporate would look for in any student. And I'm sure this is a very good breed which should be hired and which can make very good managers in the future.
It has surely been very productive for us, let me tell you that. Sir, the next question to you would be, you have been to a very diverse and avid arena of expertise, financial sector, IT, commodities, business development, sales, and the list could go on. So my question to you is, what really has inspired you?
Well, let me correct you. All throughout, I have been very consistent in one thing, that I have been only doing marketing.
Okay.
A marketing professional will perform in its profession, irrespective of the product lines which he is dealing in. The marketing techniques would change. The contemporary techniques of PR, digital marketing, online marketing, e-commerce is what rules today, and which is where I am into. And I have caught up with the time. The products can be any. It can be a consumer product, it can be a service, it can be a bank, doesn't matter. So yes, the inspiration has been obviously the passion for money, passion for your profession.
That's true. Sir, if you could tell us some of the challenges you faced in your initial few months of making a career, long-term career in marketing.
Okay. So I had similar challenges to what most of the management students have when they have just passed out of a management institute. I was a 21.5-year-old MBA. I think the youngest MBA when I passed. I was 21 years and 5 months, and I guess nowadays the management students are so young. During my days, the average age of my class was about 38, and 28. And when I passed, I got accepted into an organization very fast because of my academics. But the biggest challenge I think which all of us face after joining an organization is to how to deal with the peers, how to deal with the boss, how to deal with your subordinates if there are any, how to actually be practical in the real world. Because till now you have been babysitted by a professor who, if you make a simple and a good presentation, will pat your back. Or if you have done something good, then your parents will say, lovely work, good marks, super. But the practical world is far, far different. So at that young age and an immature age, to get settled into the industry was the biggest challenge I faced.
And sir, you've headed marketing operations in countries like Sri Lanka,
Yes.
USA, and the Gulf, right? Yes. Sir, we have a lot of students at the Universal Business School who are keen on making a career abroad, particularly in the field of marketing. Sir, my question to you is, what are some of the competencies companies look for in candidates, say freshers particularly?
See, more than the professional skills, it's the attitude, which is the topmost thing which a person looks when he is recruiting a student. Now, when HR has a very limited, way of judging a student from his single or 2 times interaction with the student. So obviously, we will look at the mark sheets, his previous academic records, his project work, and all that. But I think what is most critical is the attitude. If you have the right attitude, right professionalism, willingness to learn, willingness to dirty your hand. By doing your MBA, you will not become a manager, remember that. You are just starting your career, and if you start at the bottom of the pyramid, you better dirty your hands and be ready to do all that dirty work and learn. and that is what will get you to the top. One more advice which I have for all management students is please do not leave your first job for first 3 years, howsoever bad it may be. Because after 3 years, after jumping 2 jobs, you might just stick around with the fourth job and do the same things which you have done in the first job. Not because the jobs have changed or people have changed, it's because you have adapted. So please stick around for 3 years in your first job, and I'm sure that you will go long in your career.
Thank you, sir. So another question would be, social media technologies are booming and it's a high growth industry. Sir, for a fresher, what is the scope of getting into such an industry? And because we have a lot of students who want to make a career into digital marketing. So what would you suggest?
The advantage for the students who pass out is the age, because most of the social media traffic is in the age group where you are actually there. So you can relate to the audience which you are going to talk to. So that's an advantage which you have, and only thing is, you have to keep practicing it. If you don't have a page, start a page and try a few things. Try a few different type of posts, try a few blog writing, practice it. The more you practice it, the more you will come to know and understand this technology. You do not restrict yourself to just Facebook, because it's beyond Facebook. It's blogs, it's Twitter. You have to try all these components. Viral marketing, YouTube, there's a YouTube page which you can create. All that is critical. Try all of them, practice it. Practice it while you are a student, so that when you actually have to do it in Facebook, you will be more ready.
You have the exposure. Right. Sir, I have a last question for you. It's more on technical side. If a marketing strategy fails, what would be the most likely reasons for its failure? Do you think the reasons would be competitors, or the marketing strategy has failed to penetrate into the market, or any other reasons?
It's a very vague question. I can only say that the marketing strategy will fail only if the basics are not right, which is it's not addressing the need of your customers. If it is addressing the needs of your customer, which is the product is addressing the need, it is priced rightly, it is available at the right time, and it is promoted rightly, there is no reason why it should fail. The fundamentals don't change.
Alright. Thank you, sir, for interacting with us. It's been a pleasure.